You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
You know what it is. You know who it is. It's The Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Television, Iron Skillet Radio. And guess what, baby? We live. You didn't think you could do it that way, but we did it that way. Jay, we live. What's good, bro?
What's up, man? Are they still showing it on TV, man? Are they still showing it?
No, they're not showing it. It's okay.
Oh, they ain't show that Dak Prescott injury no more?
No.
I can't watch that no more, man. That's like from The Walking Dead or something like that. I can't watch that.
It looks like a scene from Resident Evil. They caught him.
No.
They were like, okay.
Poor Dak. Anyway, we'll talk about that later on. What's up, man?
Yeah, man, I'm good. How's your day going today?
Man, whoo. I'm telling you, I'm like a one-legged man in a hopscotch contest. I'm just moving fast, baby. It ain't going nowhere.
Sounds like Dak Prescott to me.
It's too early.
It's too early
for that, Tom. You got to get that a little bit of time, man.
Okay, so next week the word of the day will be you've been Dak Prescott.
No,
you've been decoded.
No,
you can't be decoded.
You can't be decoded. That was bad, man. That was just that was bad.
But he'll be back next year. Jerry Jones said he'll be back. He'll be back.
That's what they're saying now.
Yeah. Well, I'm always concerned about a man who has emergency surgery. Like you go from the field to the operating room.
That was bad. That maybe he comes back. I mean, that's what them tough injuries to come back from. That dislocation and double ankle break and all that stuff going the wrong direction. That was just
Yeah, it takes a little while. Takes a little while. But you know what? We might as well get into it because we got to give the people what they want. We got to give the people what they need, and what the people want and what they need. Jay, we're going to take it to the gridiron.
We going to the gridiron? Or we going to the hardwood?
Well, let's go to the hardwood.
You want to go to hardwood?
You know what? Yeah, we'll go to the hardwood. Because we were talking Dak, and I got all excited. So, Jay, let's go to the hardwood.
Oh, because I got music to play. I'm playing it right now.
You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
You know, Sizzle. We got finally the end. The king has been crowned, my friend. And he has won. LeBron. Hey, does LeBron got a middle name?
King James.
So his middle name is King.
His first name is Lee. His middle name is Bron.
Anyway, we got a new king, man. A new champion.
Is it a new king or is it the same old king?
Well, he's been there 10 times. I think he got it right, don't he?
Yeah.
He didn't know how to do it 6 other times, but he got it right this time.
All right, man. For those of you who have been under a rock, you've been hidden in a prison or a calaboose, which is a funk prison. You did not see yesterday.
Calaboose? What's a calaboose?
Oh, that's the word of the day. A calaboose, a funk prison. Somewhere where people are hidden and locked away. They just been in there with the funk. Just in
the funk, and then calaboose just all out there?
They're all in the calaboose.
Wow.
That's in the calaboose. Now, there's a multiple, calaboose could have some other meanings. But for sizzle terms, the calaboose is a funk prison.
If you had a few cocktails, you were trying to say that, this would be all sizzle at night.
After dark?
Yeah.
Woo, sizzle at night. So listen, man, the NBA season finally mercifully comes to an end with a 106-93 victory by the LA Lakers over the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
The Lakers win the 4-2 series, and the Heat mercifully are able to get out the bubble, and Jimmy Butler is able to cut off the Wolfman look because he looks like he's getting ready to film Teen Wolf that's not a teen anymore.
between him and Iguodala, neither one of them has seen a clipper at all. They had went straight caveman, inside there.
Let me say this to you, Andre. Note to you: look at the Sizzle brothers. Get motivation.
I know, right? All right. You got it. Sometimes you just have to let it go. It's
Dude,
okay. It's okay.
You gotta let it go because it looked like a hairline TKO.
I know, right?
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. And then he had that Vulcan thing going in the front, and it was
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was going on. Hey, man. Hey, you know, do you watch any of the new Star Trek thing going on? They got a new Star Trek series.
I haven't seen the new Star Trek series because I wanted to get into Starfleet, but then I was too cheap to pay the CPS early access pass because I still want to see a lot of stuff, and I haven't seen it.
Wow. Yeah, but they actually have a black lead in Star Trek, which is pretty.
She's amazing. The captain, right?
Yeah, well, she's the first officer.
Okay, first officer, captain, it's all the same.
Hey, it's pretty good. I actually like Star Trek, so I'm actually watching, so I think it's pretty good. I'm a little bit.
You know where she comes from is The Walking Dead. So I was really into her. Tyrese's sister, and she was cool.
I didn't watch none of The Walking Dead. I just if it has some kind of way, make some kind of sense. The premise has to make some type of sense, some kind of way.
I got you. I could never understand how everybody that was alive didn't die of diphtheria or some kind of inborn germ or disease.
You got dead people just walking around all the time.
Right.
There's a reason why you bury them. Right. It just didn't make any sense.
And they're in Georgia. You're in the heat with dead people.
Yeah. So, the funk. What was that you called Calabusi? That was worse than Calabusi funk.
It's being locked up in a funk prison, but you just don't have any music.
I'm going to tell you what type of prison the Heat was locked up in. The Lakers was putting the Papa Poopa.
Ooh, they put the Poopa Scoopa Doopa on them.
Let me tell you something. And it wasn't like the Lakers really scored that many more points than the Heat.
No.
But they just weren't letting the Heat score any points. I mean,
well, if you look at the breakdown, the first quarter it was only 8-point difference.
Yeah.
It was the second quarter that did the Heat in, where they jumped on them by 20 points, and then they were just able to keep pace and just keep distance from the Heat. You're looking at LeBron and AD who had double doubles. You had a Rondo with close to 20 points. And you had Jimmy Butler, who was coming close to a triple-double, but look, 12 points ain't going to get it. When your highest score is Bam Adebayo, it's a wrap.
They just I think Jimmy left it all on the court that game before. And LeBron, I'm going to say it right now. I talk about Michael Jordan all the time, but I have to come now and say it. I got to come over to the other side. LeBron James is the greatest of all time AHC. That's after hand checking. Because if he was getting hand checked, he wouldn't be able to run all over people like this. It's always a BC and an AD because of Christ. Hey, this is an AHC. Let me tell you, second greatest player of all time. Super bully ball. LeBron James, when he wants to go to the basket, there ain't too much you can do about it. And he played bully ball last night like you were supposed to. Highly motivated to get it done. AD, they look great. Those two together playing like that, you had to have one of them fall off a little bit. That didn't happen. They were just highly motivated. What is Rondo? Rondo came out there. I don't know where he went to the fountain of youth at, but Rondo was breaking them down, attacking from the perimeter. You know what I'm saying?
Wherever he got those braids from, that's where he went because it was ridiculous. Man, Rondo had 19, 4, and 4.
Yeah. And
30 minutes of play.
His impact on the game was bigger than that. Rondo was just breaking. He was breaking Jimmy. I think they figured out between Jimmy Butler having to play AD and LeBron these last two ball games that he was just physically worn down. But if you watched the press conference the other day, he could barely walk off the podium. So when he came back out here this time, they knew he didn't have the energy, and Rondo was just going right past him. So after this point, with AD beating on you, and then especially LeBron just putting the shoulder into you, there wasn't nothing can be done. And it was just a beat down by epic proportions. After that second quarter, you knew it was time to go watch football. I was looking for the sound of music to come on. Remember that in the 70s when they were watching the football game and the sound of music came on? I was waiting for that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you said LeBron is the second best player, so I'm assuming your first is Michael Jordan. But you're saying LeBron is better than Bill Russell?
I'm gonna say overall, yes.
Oh,
Overall, yes.
oh,
I think LeBron James, if you put it all together in a package of him just physical ability. I mean, just absolute physical ability, body wise. When LeBron wants to get to the basket, LeBron goes to the basket. When he's become a better shooter. I didn't think that was really possible because I think LeBron looks like a weightlifter shooting the basketball. He ain't real fluid, but for whatever reasons, he's fluid enough and consistent enough that he can hit those outside jump shots, and LeBron will let it fly. What he had 6 the other night. You know, that was the Michael Jordan shrug game for a long time when Michael Jordan was running around doing like this. LeBron hit him and we didn't even know till after the box score. So he's a good shooter, a really good shooter, but he's just an absolute bully with the basketball. There is nothing you can do with LeBron when he wants to go to the basket. Jimmy played him real well, but you saw how bad he got beat up.
Yeah. I mean, it was one of those things where you knew it was over. They gave all they could give. And unless you had an exceptional game out of all the role players, which you didn't even have another role player outside of Jimmy and Bam that scored in double digits, it was a wrap.
And they shut down the hero. You know, they weren't going to have no more of his hero nonsense because absolutely hero is nothing but a sandwich because they didn't let him get off at all. Matter of fact, early in the first quarter, he made a couple of times where he had an opportunity to make layups. He had penetrated off the baseline, and he went out and kicked it out to the shooter out there. I just think he finally figured out he was actually playing against LeBron James. He was actually playing against all these guys he knew. Think about that. A 20-year-old kid, all the guys you had posters up in your room when you were 8, 9, 10 years old, all of a sudden you're on the same court with them. You know, all of a sudden, there's LeBron, there's Rondo. You know what I'm saying? There's Superman. I mean, and this Dwight Howard, I'm telling you, this Dwight Howard came back and made redemption for that nonsense when he came in there 4 years ago and they had to boot him up out of L.A. 4 years ago. He came back, his body was in shape, and he was a force of nature. I don't know if there's any teams out there at all that had a chance with AD going, LeBron going, and Dwight Howard.
Well, let me say this, and I'll put it this way, and I'm going to leave it here because we're going to get ready to go over to the gridiron. But let me say that when you have grown men that are now playing, that was grown men ball you saw. It wasn't cute. It wasn't pretty. You have a LeBron, as you said, who's become a better shooter because he spent the time. He's put in the hours. You have Rondo, who I don't know, he might get another contract. I would walk on the swan song, but he might get another one. What you saw was the perfect confluence of greatness for LeBron. He masterfully put this thing together, got himself a championship because he gave himself, 3 months to really rest. And so all they had to do was make it through another 3 months of onslaught basketball. And Dwight Howard, kudos to you, man. Look, you got bills to pay. You still got to make some money. So everybody was doing their thing. And we still forget about JaVale McGee.
McGee.
He was out there shacking.
I hope Shaq mama didn't have to call and tell Shaq not to be messing with JaVale no more. Can you imagine that grown man and your mama have to call another guy and tell his mama to stop messing with you and you grown man?
Yeah, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. It was such a terrible thing.
I know,
but
right?
Jay, you know what? Let's get ready to transition over because we got to talk about the gridiron. All right, Jay. We didn't get a chance to talk, and we haven't talked to the people about the Bears Thursday night game.
Yeah.
But in between time and in the meantime, there was some football that was played yesterday.
A lot of it.
And for those of you who are fantasy players, all of your fantasy teams are just screwed.
Bushwhacked. COVID has bushwhacked your fantasy team.
Look, man, your fantasy teams are in a calaboose right now.
Wow.
It's a terrible thing. And then all of a sudden, someone got run over by the calaboose.
Oh, man.
And it was a freight train of epic proportion.
Oh.
It was a horrific scene.
Oh.
And I'm not a Dallas fan, but bruh, I like Dakota, and
are they still showing it? Did they stop showing it?
look, man, prayers to him
Oh man.
and the
Oh.
passing of his brother Jace. And,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know, the
yeah.
brothers, the Prescott brothers have been holding it together, but dog.
Now, did you hear one coach out here, Sans commentator, had his own little spin on the Dak Prescott injury?
Okay, so tell the people about it. Well, I don't know what happened. Who said what?
Tony Dungy said this is a blessing in disguise for the Cowboys.
What? Huh? A blessing in disguise.
Dak got hurt so they could go to their other quarterback. Could go to their other
they could go
quarterback.
to Andy Dalton?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
This is what he said.
Bruh. I'm not even listening to you. I'm not listening to you. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not listening to that foolishness you just said. Nope.
No. You don't want me to go much further. Go right ahead. Ask the question.
He said because now they can take the focus off of Dak and they can change their focus back to Ezekiel Elliott, one of the best running backs in the league, and the defense. And he felt that he felt that this would help the Cowboys be a better football team because they wouldn't be so consistently focused on Dak being the star because they paid him all this money. That's what he said.
All right, I can't. I'm not going.
I mean, you're talking about too early. I mean, the man just got out. He just got out of anesthesia.
He wasn't even off the field. He was not off the field. They were still rolling out.
Yeah.
How dare it be? You know, sometimes I think former coaches and execs, when you get on television, sometimes you just run out of things to say and you're in an air-conditioned building and it gets too cold, and especially when you had a bald head. Like, if you don't keep that joker warm, all kinds of stuff can start flying around and going on in your head, and then you just make these ridiculous comments like, you know, Andy Dalton might be the best thing that ever happened to the Cowboys.
Yeah, because he's saying it's going to make them focus on their running game, which that's what the Cowboys are better at than throwing the football.
I mean, you're talking about a man who was leading the league and okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That was amazing, man. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. You know, I don't know.
Let me ask you something, bro, real quick.
Yeah.
Would you take Dak Prescott on the Chicago Bears right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not right now. But
Hey. If you had your choice between Mitchell and Dak, if Dak was just on the little hover round, you still take Dak? Yeah. Just think about that for a second.
You know what though? Yeah, we know, and the Bears know they should have did something a lot different than a long time ago. But you know what though? This actual Bears team, they 4-1, and I think a certain coach out here said you are what your record is, and they're a 4-1 football team.
Like that.
And they beat a Tampa Bay led by Tom. What is his middle name again?
Thomas James in Rensenfall, Orlando Falconor.
Rensenfall. Aloysius Brady. Yeah. He was throwing ball. They literally, Tampa Bay was literally grabbing people out of the stands. The few that were there and putting them in and suiting them up and throwing the football out. I've never seen Tom Brady that flustered in my entire life.
You know, we were just talking about their D tackle. And if I say it, I'm going to say it like Vita, Vidi, and Velci. It's not. I know that's not how you say it, but okay. Anyway, the D tackle from Washington. I mean, he's a big boy. He was putting in some work. He was balling. Did he sack? Was it a sack? Yeah, I think he sacked Nick Foles, and he did the big man dance, and it was scary. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, he was on the ground. And he had that, oh my God, come get me.
Yeah, the big fella. Yeah.
He went down like a bad bag of potatoes. It was ugly.
You know, they got a Dominican Sue over there. They got J.C. Pierre-Paul.
Didn't really. Now, JPP did show up. But Sue, you were just like, oh, he showed up on one play. We got some pressure up the middle. And
I'm going to tell you who did show up, though. That Khalil Mack and that other fella playing on the other side. They had one play. If they played one play, Brady went hut, and Khalil Mack and the other gentleman from the other side, they met at Tom Brady and nearly took each other out.
Can I say it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, baby. Whenever you see a linebacker suplex a 300-pound lineman and say, "Take good." Oh!
Now,
And
you
then
know,
just
in judo, that would have won him the match because that's called an e-palm. That's a clean throw to the back. And that ends judo contest. What judo players call judo contest right there. That was get off me, big boy.
Well, maybe they were practicing judo on the field.
I don't know.
That's what that was, because that's all Khalil Mack kept doing to Tom Brady.
Hey,
I've never seen Tom Brady forget the downs.
Oh.
I mean, you've been slapped around so long, you don't even know what down it is anymore.
He was battered. He was a battered old man back there, and he was like, where? Who's got my tapioca? He didn't know what was going on.
He said, somebody better come. Hey, man, if you don't play better, I'm telling your mama. Why are they doing this to me?
Wait a minute.
Tom was just bad.
He got on the sidelines. He had that pad, where they're looking at the plays. He was actually texting Giselle talking about, why didn't you talk me out of this? Well, Tom, I tried to tell you not to go down here. I tried to tell you to stay. No, you and Bill fell out, and now you're down here in Tampa Bay. I still think, though, if they can get their wide receiver core back intact and Tom gets some help from this offensive line, that they might still have a chance. Because that defense is still going to be pretty good. But that offensive line's got to help him out a little better than that.
Well, I did, and I was going to give him props. If you watch the pregame show, he gracefully answered the questions by Aaron Andrews and really said it as well as it could be put. He served his time, and he didn't say serve his time, but he did what he could do in New England. He had fun. But he's a California boy that likes to be out in the sun.
Yeah.
And now Tampa is that place where he can get the tan. He can go down there, relax and chill. And he had a good 3-game run. He has been great. As you said, his wide receiver core was decimated. His running back core was decimated. They were really pulling a patchwork line together of people trying to make it work. And they were putting in work against the Bears at the beginning. But once the Bears settled in, and once Nick Foles told Matt Nagy, I'm going to throw the ball the way I want to throw the ball. Don't ever call that stupid play again where I got to sit back here 15 minutes and my starting left guard is gone and you want me to hold the ball until I get killed. I'm not doing it.
You know what? I was really glad to see a quarterback now playing for the Chicago Bears that actually could tell their coach what they wanted to do. He went to Nagy and said, look, I want to run this offense. I want to move this offense down the field. I got these guys on the run, and you're holding me back right now. And I was really impressed that he was able to do that. This is a guy who knows the offense, who knows everything that needs to be done, and kudos to him. We finally got an actual quarterback here in Chicago. The problem is now, is he the quarterback for the future? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Not a long future. I mean, Nick Foles did his best impression of Aaron Rodgers and went ham on his head coach. And funny enough, then his head coach went ham on everybody else the next day in the Friday media session, talking about they not running his offense right and he don't like it. And if they don't change something, it's going to be some problems and some repercussions.
Well, yeah, but you talking about, I didn't come here to run the I. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come here to be a Nebraska-based offense where I'm just going to die. Yo, but you need to come here and win football games. You lucked up. You lucked up to be 4-1. You actually right now should be 1-4. You know what I'm saying? Well, you lucked up. And so
you are what your record says you are.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
So let's talk about it real quick because I know we got to get ready to get out of here. But look, man, before we go, the Chicago White Sox have said, get out of here. They told everybody on their staff, they kicked everybody out. They kicked out longtime pitching coach. Everybody likes a drunk pitching coach. And they told Ricky Renteria to get your Renteria out of here.
You know, the Cubs did the same thing to him before too. That was just brutal. You know what I'm saying? It was just brutal.
It keeps happening to Ricky like that. Like, yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be good. Yeah, it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ran him up out of there right before they were getting good. They had everybody up there. They ran him up out of there. And now you got this you got Luis Roberts here. You got Jimenez out here. You got a nice pitching staff going on. You got some good things happening. And all of a sudden now they're like, Ricky, can coach this team either. I mean, it's bad. It's like he's a guy who dated the girl and got dropped right before she won Star Search.
You know what? He got Russell Wilson.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, right before Russell signed his massive contract, he broke up with his chick, was like, here, let me break you a little cheese. This is for you. I got to go. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to start dating Sierra.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to say what, because I'm like, Russell Wilson ain't losing no kind of way.
Oh, no. He won 2 steps all over everybody.
Oh, because I'm like,
come back.
I'm like, how Russell Wilson going bad? I'm like, dude, that dude is living the extra loop. Like, right.
He 1-2 stepped over everybody.
He does.
That should be a sizzle word, man.
And you know what's amazing about that? Speaking of Sierra, she put on about, what they say she put on about 60 pounds.
Of what?
It said she had put on some weight, and she still looks fantastic.
I can't even say nothing.
Right.
I'm not going to do it.
Right.
I'm not going to do it.
Right.
You're not going to get me to do it. You almost got me.
Almost got you.
Almost got me.
I was sneaky.
Good one. Like that. Oh, yes. 1-2 step. Oh, very much so. I like it. I like it a lot.
So you know what the thing is really weird now with the White Sox? Yeah. I think they're going to go over here and go. Are they going to start cheating like the Astros were? They going to start putting the little the little buzzers in their jerseys and start banging on the garbage cans because they're talking about going to get AJ Hinch.
Yeah.
After his suspension. As soon as he walks out of baseball jail, they go pick him up. Out of Calabusi. They go pick him up and say, come on down, baby. We've been waiting on you. They gonna give him a grip. They gonna give him a grip in the Cadillac.
There we go. Go ahead, do your thing, bro.
Do your thing. Ahead. We know you're an earner, baby. Go and make this money. Go and do this thing. How many cameras do you need?
You need how many garbage cans?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Also, you look up. Also, you see semi-trailers pulling up with garbage cans, and guarantee Ray Field. They just got they got an orchestra out there just beating on cans.
Oh, they're gonna use the little drummer boys. That's what they're gonna use.
Oh, right? Talk about we down for the neighborhood. They gonna bring the bucket boys in there. And they're just gonna be beating on the can.
Now, why do they do that every inning?
They got a whole hip hop beat going on out there. Man, you go.
White Sox have jumped on another pitcher. They have belted out 15 runs in 1 inning.
I know,
and
right?
There go the bucket boy.
The bucket boy just out there banging about out in left field.
Oh no!
With some microphones on. I'm telling you.
That's too much.
Oh my God.
All right, so Jay, before we get ready to get out of here, listen, man, you gotta leave the people. Yeah, man, it's 5:30. We got to get ready to go.
I was having such a good time here.
Now, I mean, it's up to you. Now, if you want to go, we can go to 6, but then you got to be in the mix, and you got things to do. I got things to do. And
people actually want to see me.
They do. You're an important person around town.
Well, I don't know about that.
You are.
I'm more important around Chuck Day. I'm really reporting in till about 3 days later. They're like, oh, see you again in 11 more days. You know? Yeah.
I was going to ask you to leave the people with something hot, but I think you left them with a little bit something sizzling.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to leave you with something hot. It's not going to stay hot longer. Get your clothes out the mothballs. You better pull your stuff out. You better get your dungarees. What else you be wearing? Your long johns. I had my long johns since July 5th. That's what I put mine on. Hey, I don't mess around. Hey, I got gray hair on my chin. I'm like them old men. I don't mess around. I put mine on. And my long sleeve and my long sleeve flannel shirt. Ain't gonna be cold. My friend's granddad used to sit up there and smoke his cigarette in a long sleeve flannel shirt. It was 105 degrees outside. Yes, he did.
Everyone has to do their job. Do your job.
Well, with that said, thank you, Tom, for telling us that if you are not following the sizzle, shame on you, shame on your family, and shame to the people that you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That
Look,
was deep.
you can find us anywhere at Iron Skillet Sports. You can always look for us on any social media platform. And if you don't know the handle is hashtag, just put the little hash and tag it. And then it's skillet_sports. It's that easy. You can find us anywhere.
Right. It's easy to find us. We're there. We're talking all the time. We're chit-chatting. We're figuring out how to go live. We're doing a lot of things, man. People go, why they keep hitting the go live button? Can we try to figure out how to make it work?
They just like going live. It's like your grandparents. They're like, is it live yet?
Is it live yet? Do you see anything, Margaret? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so, Tom. I don't. Yep, I think we're live. No, we're not again.
I know, right?
And then your grandkids calling like, Grandma, what you doing? What y'all doing? Well, your grandmama and I trying to go live. And
they be like, oh, granddaddy, y'all nasty. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, I like the commercial. One commercial when they try to
the
put
boy.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
First of all,
yes, sir.
Do you really think that your grandparents are that nimble that they could do it standing up?
Hey, you got here. You got here.
Oh,
don't get it twisted now. Okay. Hey, don't get it. You see all them kids, all them aunties and uncles you got from grandmama and them?
Oh, Joshy. Oh my goodness.
Hey, don't get it twisted now. Granddaddy sitting over there smiling for nothing.
Look, and you know, if that was flipped over, if that was us, and you walk up and you see a grandparent, you just be like, oh, okay. I'm gonna go on back downstairs. I'm cool. Y'all want something?
Hey boy, don't come over here unannounced again. Now you make sure you call when you pull up in here. Just walk up in this door.
Hey boy, what? Ooh, you better let somebody know that you're coming in the door. You like Grandpa called like 10 times. Well, I didn't hear you.
If I don't answer, that means I ain't here. Even if you see that I am here. Ain't that right, Mabel? Oh, you so crazy, John.
If I don't answer, I'm not here. Even if I'm here.
Even if I'm here.
That sounds like a Ricky Renteria statement. I guess we're gonna leave.
I know, right?
I'm just saying, man. I feel bad for Ricky. No, I really don't.
Hey, Ricky was getting paid. Ricky was getting paid, though.
Yes, he got a check, and now he left. You know, so I'm just saying maybe they'll name Frank Thomas as his next head coach.
Wow. It's going to be interesting. I don't know what they're going to do over there, to tell you the truth.
Well, I know who it won't be. It won't be your boy Oz again.
That's what they should have. Look, they should have went and got Oz a long time ago, man.
And then what? What are you going to do with Oz?
Ozzy's my guy. He's my guy, man.
No, man, you can't just keep throwing Ozzy out there. You can't.
Ozzy's my guy.
Ozzy's gotten worse, actually, since he's been on radio and TV.
Because Ozzy ain't got no
now
filter.
You can't understand anything he says, and he has no filter.
So
you don't know what he's saying. He's just saying any old crazy thing that comes to his mind.
And see, here's the thing about it. He know the language, so he can just be cussing them out on TV, and all the Latino people just be falling out laughing because Ozzy done talked about their parents and everything.
He comes to the set every day like he's an extra from some mobster movie. He just comes.
Hey,
wrestling glasses on the set.
Ozzy's beloved in his country. You understand what I'm saying? Beloved.
Okay.
You know, don't get it twisted, pal. Because he knows where to get a good mojito.
You know who else is beloved in this country? Sammy Sosa.
Sammy's beloved, man. But he I think he got the Michael Jackson disease. He does. He's super light now. He does. Have you seen him in the interview?
Look, man, if you check our Instagram page.
Hey, what Uncle Ruckus have? Reverse retro. What was it called?
Revitiligo.
Revitiligo. That's what Uncle Ruckus said.
Yeah, I got the revitiligo on there. It's in my skin. I'm not gonna do it with you. I'm not gonna. That is so bad. Bad J SIZZLE. Bad. That's too damn funny. That is hilarious.
Hey, people, if you're not following us, you need to. We having a good time out here all the time. You know, we're trying to figure out how to go live. You know what I'm saying? But we're just two guys out here having fun, love to talk sports, and love to talk to you. So definitely, man, G-Sizzle, tell them where they can find us.
Look, if you can't find us anywhere, that's because you're not reading and you're not opening your eyes to see that you can find us anywhere. Iron Skillet Sports on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. And those of us who are watching us on Facebook Live, on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television, thank you so much. Listen, for J-Sizzle, for G-Sizzle, hey, we're out of here, baby. Always remember, stay true to you, do what you do, and always keep it sizzly, baby.
Did you know that you can...